structures. So now we will go with this classification. So now we are going to classify the structures by considering three criteria. One, we have considering dimensions, another considering reaction joints and members, and third considering connection between the members. Now considering dimensions, we have three types. First, we have that is discrete system, or we can say as skeletal structures. Second, we have continuum systems in which we have surface structure or we have volume structures. And third, we have hybrid structure, which will be combination of the above. Then we are considering reactions, joints and members. We are with two. So one, we have determinate structure, another we have indeterminate structures. Considering connection between members, we have two types again. One is pin jointed structures, another is rigid jointed structures. Broadly, we are going to classify structure in this way. Now, we are mainly interested with all these classification. So first we have discrete type, which is also known as skeletal structures, or we can have line elements. Now, two dimensions are small compared with the third dimension, and these are known as skeletal structures. So in this, we have two dimensions are small as compared with the third, and that we are going to say as discrete system or skeletal structure or line elements. So we have beams, columns. So you can see we have these as columns. You can have these as beams. So these we have with line elements examples or discrete systems examples. Then you can have these cables. You can consider these are also line elements. Then we have continuum system in which we have first surface structures. Two dimensions are considerable in this as compared with the third dimension. So we have surface, and therefore we have two dimensions considerable as compared with third. So we have slabs, walls, plates. So we have these all where we have third dimension is very small. In slabs, we have thickness small. In walls, we have width small. So likewise, so we can have this. Then we have volumetric structures where we have actually all three dimension considerable. We have foundations, we have cells. So these we are going to say that as volumetric structures. Then we have hybrid structures, which are combination of skeletal structures and our surface structures and our volumetric structures. So if we will consider whole framed structure, or if we will consider load bearing structures, this whole structure we are going to say as a hybrid systems. Then considering your joints, members, we are going to divide into two types. We have determinate structures, we have indeterminate structures. So when we are in position to analyze the structure by equilibrium equations, that is determinate structure. And if we will not analyze by equilibrium equations, we require compatibility equations to analyze the structures, then these are known as indeterminate structures. So these structures, these are compatible with support displacements. Means if I will say if we have roller support, then we have displacement in vertical direction is 0. If we have simple support, then we have displacement in both directions 0, horizontal also, vertical also. In case of fixed support, we have all three displacements are 0. So we have compatible with support displacement, and that compatibility equation we can frame. Now, indeterminate structures, we are again classify, or we can have these two types in indeterminate structure. One is static indeterminacy, another is kinematic indeterminacy. Now, this static indeterminacy, again, we are going to classify into or categorize under two types. One, we are going to say that is, or this static indeterminacy, we can have external static indeterminacy, we can have internal static indeterminacy. External static indeterminacy, this mainly relate with, we can say broadly, relate with your reactions. Whereas internal indeterminacy, this I can say is broadly relate with your members. And whereas your kinematic indeterminacy is relate with your non-zero displacement. Rather, I can say non-zero displacement is known as the kinematic indeterminacy of the structures. Now we will go to external static indeterminacy. Again, we have two types of structures, one pin jointed, and here we have DSE equal to reactions minus equilibrium equations. Simple, we are going to use the formula, and by using this formula, we are in position to calculate DSE value. If we will go to rigid joints, then we have DSE equal to reactions minus equilibrium equation minus internal hinges. So this is most important. So whatever number of, or in some books, if we will go, this is given as R minus E. And what is E? So E is equilibrium equation and internal hinges, or it can be mentioned as constraint, we are going to say. And that constraint we are going to consider, sorry, that equilibrium equations we are going to consider relate with your constraint or relate with your hinges. So we are ds r minus E, and E we can say equilibrium equations plus internal hinges, number of internal hinges. Now internal static indeterminacy, we can have pin jointed. So we have ds I equal to members minus 2 into j minus 3. Now how we have this ds I, we can say. So now if we will consider any pin jointed structures, so we require 3 members and we require 3 joints. So if first for 3 members, if I will write equation DSI, then we have, or better I will say, we have equation that is M equal to J. So whatever number of members are there, we have same number of joints. But if I will go beyond 3, then if I will take a joint, so I will take this joint, then we can have this. So we have, if I will consider 1. So we are going to say for perfect truss, minimum number of members. So after each joint, I require 2 members. Means after 3, we have M is equal to 2J. And then if I will combine these two and make a general equation, I have that equation as M is equal to 2J minus 3. Minus 3 is for first 3 joints. And now if I have to go for, this is perfect truss. Perfect. If you have M less than 2J minus 3, then you have that truss is deficient. Deficient. And if you have M greater than 2J minus 3, then we have this as indeterminate. So we have indeterminate. And now if I will write DSI, then we can write it as M minus 2J minus 3. And this give me indeterminacy, that is static internal indeterminacy of the truss. Now if I will go to rigid joint, then we have DSI equal to 3C. What is C? C, that is equal to number of cuts required. What does it mean? That means open loop means if you will start to move from one point, and if you have to come to the same point, and if you have to retrace the loop, then that is not open loop. But if you need not require to retrace, so we can have this way. Now if I have this joint, and if I will start from this joint, and if I have to come to the same joint, I have to retrace the path, then this is known as open loop. If I need not require to retrace the path, मला त्याच पाथवर जर चालायची गरज नाही आहे, then I will say it as closed loop. Now if I will consider this point and I will start to move, then to come to the same point, we need not require to retrace, then this is closed loop. Then to determine DSI, you should have structure as open loop. So I have to provide one cut. And when I will provide one cut, then we have 3 forces in the members. We have axial force, we have shear force, and then we have moment. And therefore we have mentioned 3C. So for each cut, we have 3 unknowns over there. And by using this, we are in position to find out DSI value. Now kinematic indeterminacy, we have pin jointed 2J minus reaction. Why 2J? So if we will go to pin jointed truss, so just I will rub all the part. So 2J, so we have at each joint 2 unknowns, that is delta H and delta V. And where we have reactions, my displacement is not there. We have displacement or we have reaction, So both will come only in two cases. One is spring and another is sinking. Otherwise, we have one of the two. If we have displacement, then reaction is not there. If we have reaction, then displacement is not there. Then for rigid joint, we have this as number of unknown displacement, and that we are going to say directly that is dk. So now we will switch over to static indeterminacy of pin jointed plane structure. So we will add these two. DSC we have calculated R minus equilibrium equation. DSI we have calculated M minus 2J minus 3. And we can add this, which will gives me DS equal to R plus M minus 2J. So I have simplified this. And by this, we are going to get this formula that is equal to DS equal to R plus M minus 2J. Now I can write this formula directly. So how I will write it directly? So what are total unknowns? I have total unknowns as reactions. I have total unknowns, forces in the members. And then we have minus 2J. So what is minus 2J? Then minus 2J we have equilibrium equations. So we can have number of equilibrium equations. At each joint we have two equilibrium equation. Why two? Because we have this as pin jointed structure, and at pin jointed structure we have force system which is concurrent force system, and for concurrent force system we have only two equations, summation Fy equal to 0 and summation Fx equal to 0, and therefore we have that much equilibrium equations 2 into number of joints, and we will get this value that is again in the same fashion which we have calculated by using these formulas or by using static internal indeterminacy and static external indeterminacy. Now, if I will switch over to the rigid jointed plane structures, so we cannot combine and get the answer. Here you can see this. Again, we have same R will be the number of unknown reactions. Then we have 3M. So we know M members, and why 3? Because just we have seen in each member we have 3 unknowns. So or for each member we have axial force, we have shear, and we have moment. Then why we have considered here 1? Because here we have only axial force. In pin jointed structures, if my force is acting at the joint, we are going to be axial, and we are saying pin jointed, so we are considering all forces are acting at joints only, and therefore we have taken M only, not any other coefficient, and nothing is there. That means we have 1 over there. So R plus 3M and minus 3J, because we have 3 equilibrium equations at each joint, which is summation Fx 0, we have summation Fy 0, and we have moment equal to 0. And therefore, by using this equation, ds equal to R plus 3M minus 3J, we can find ds value directly. And if we will go by using the formula, so if you know, we have this will be ds E, we have calculated, that is reactions minus equilibrium equations minus hinges, number of hinges, and dsi we have 3c. And then from this I will get ds equal to R plus 3c minus equilibrium equation minus hinges. And this we can say, so how many number of cuts, then we have to go for that one. And likewise, by using both formula, we are going to get same answer. Then static indeterminacy of pin jointed space structure, I will not go in detail. 3 into joints minus 6, because we have 6 equilibrium equations over there. And then we will get it as ds equal to R plus M minus 3J, because now here 3J, because we have again concurrent force system, and for space, so we have 3 equation Fx0, Fy0 and Fz0. So no moment equations will be over there. And by using this again, we are in the same fashion. For indeterminacy of rigid jointed, then this 3 will be replaced by 6, and we will get this equation. If we will go by formula, then we are in the same fashion. Then kinematic indeterminacy, dk is equal to 2 into joints minus reaction. Already we have seen this in the case of pin jointed plane structures. And if we will go in the case of pin jointed space structure, then we are going to get this value actually we have 3 into joints minus reactions, because we have 3 displacement at each joint, that is in X, in Y, and in Z direction. Then kinematic indeterminacy of rigid jointed plane structure, 3 into joints minus E. E we are going to say as constraint, that maybe that is reaction generally we are going to consider, or any other constraint we have. In case of rigid jointed space structure, so actually this should not be 3, then we are going to get this as 6. So here we are going to be 3 displacements, one X, another Y, and third rotation. Here we are going to be with 6, as we are going to be space structures over there. So E number of constant I already mentioned over there. So then kinematic indeterminacy for unbraced plane structures, then we are going to get dk, that is equal to 3 into joints minus r plus m. So already I mentioned it, that are going to be, we have, so 1 minute, here we have 3 joints minus e, and for space structures we are going to be for rigid jointed. Yes, so we have here dk is equal to 3 into joints minus r plus m. So we are going to be with unbraced plane structures, and for unbraced space structures we have 6 into joints minus r plus n. So we have these formulas, so I will not go with the problems, but one problem I can have over here. So if I will consider a problem, if I will write over here, that is dk or ds first I will say, then we have dse plus dsi. Now we have dse, r minus equilibrium equation, 6 minus 3, dsi 0, so we will have 3. Now if I will go with formula, we have ds equal to, if I will go with the formula for static indeterminacy for plane structures, then we have this formula r plus 3m minus 3j. And then we will substitute here r plus 3m minus 3j. So now you can see we have r, that is 6, m we have 3, and j we have 4. So we have 9 plus 6, 15, 15 minus 12, and we are going to get value as 3. So likewise, we can find the values by directly by using ds or by using this direct formula. So likewise, we can have this problem. So today we will stop here only. So this is all about your classification of structures. So we will stop. Thank you.